welcome back to Food Prep Guide. I know this is not how we usually start our videos, and this is a little bit different for us, but I am very excited about what is on this countertop. I have been waiting for my planner for several weeks now, and I'm just cannot wait to break into it. So why am I even showing you a planner? So one, we've received several comments both through email and on YouTube about from people who are struggling to find time to do the things that they want to do as far as being more self-sufficient in the garden, growing food, preserving food, canning, dehydrating, all the things. And we just keep getting comments from people saying, I want to do this, but I don't feel like I have enough time, or I wish I could do this more, but I just don't have enough time. So we are actually working on a video on carving out time for self-sufficiency. And basically the premise of that video is going to be on buying time from other areas without sacrificing your to-do list or your goals, but buying time from other areas that you can then allocate to things like canning and dehydrating and gardening and all of those things. And a lot of it has to do with planning, but not just planning, compartmentalized planning. And that's where this planner comes in. I wanted to show it to you as soon as I got it. I haven't even opened it yet. We're going to open it together. So this is just going to be a video showing you this planner because it's December and we are staring down a new year. Cannot believe how quick this year has flown, but it is going to be 2024 before we know it. And if you are still needing a planner, I wanted to show you this one because I think you're going to fall in love with it as quickly as I fell in love with it. Okay, but in the future, that video is coming and we're going to be using this planner to kind of help us film that video. Okay, here we go. This planner is by Laurel Denise. I have just been falling in love with their social media channels and their YouTube videos. So helpful. I love their energy, just some fun girls to watch, and I've just really been enjoying them. This box is absolutely stunning. Planners for the way you think. And I think that's going to prove true because of the design of it, and that's really what sets this planner apart from all the others that I have seen. The planning system that I have been using has been like a DIY A5 planner system where I just get a blank A5 notebook and I kind of build it myself. But when I saw this, I thought, this is the first planner that I think is going to work for me right out of the box. That's why I haven't bought any other planners. I've always had to make my own because what's on the market hasn't been able to meet my needs. And when I saw this, I mean, my jaw just about dropped because, well, let me just show you. Let's get this out of the way, as beautiful as it is. So I got the, I think this is the Evergreen, and they come in horizontal planner styles and vertical planner styles, and I'll show you what I mean by that. But as soon as we open up, we see that it is a very wide planner. You probably noticed that right off the bat. And the reason why is because this gives you your month at a glance, your week at a glance, your day at a glance, and compartmentalized lists. And you can see it all in one view. So the first thing that we have here is just a pocket to hold all of our things, and then we have these cute little rulers here that have "you are here," and then we have one that says "you are also here," and they pop out just like that, so you can put them wherever you are working and they just pop right back in. And you can just use that as like a bookmark to keep track and flip to important pages. So of course you've got your front page where it says your name and all of that, but here is where things get exciting. Okay, so we have our year at a glance for 2024. So we have our little calendars, and then we have underneath, we have goals and things to remember. So this is just things that we can look ahead to, mark birthdays on, mark those appointments that get scheduled like 6 months in advance. Just a nice year at a glance. And then we have a little notes area right here. Okay, here is where things get really nice. So here is, in fact, it is kind of so wide that I don't even think I can get it all on the camera. No, here we go. Okay, it's all on the camera now. So here we have our month calendar, like is going to be in pretty much any planner that you get. But here's where things get different. Over here on our month, we have on the same page a broken down list of days. So this first one's going to be January 1st through 7th. But then look at these. So over here, we have to do today, and then we have to do this week. So when it is the first week of January, this is where it's going to be sitting out on my desk or maybe on the dresser behind me. And it's going to have my week at a glance at, all laid out here for me. And then over here, I have a notes section and a to-do later this month. So months, week, to do today, to do sometime this week, to do sometime this month. And here's where the design is just phenomenal. I applaud Laurel Denise for dreaming up this design. And that is making these weekly pages shorter than the full view so that we can still go from week to week throughout January and throughout the entire year, but still keep our full month in view and our full monthly to-do list and all of that in view. And we just turn the pages until we get to the end of the month. So January 22nd through 28th, turn the page. They have cute little habit trackers over here. There's blanks right here where you can write whatever you're wanting to track. And then you just have little dots and you can fill this in with a marker or a highlighter or whatever. If you're someone who needs to track water intake or your medicines or your vitamins, daily supplements, something like that, this is really neat to have on hand. And there's enough for one for each week of the month. So over here, this note page, when I see this, I immediately see categories. So I'm going to be taking this stencil. That's another thing about this bookmark is it acts as a ruler. It actually has measurements on there, and then if you want to get nice and artsy, there's a scalloped edge. You could use that too, but I'm going to be using that ruler and creating compartmentalized lists where I'm going to have food preservation, I'll have gardening, I'll have school. We homeschool, so there's just, when you wear a lot of hats, there is so many things that you have to juggle. And I think a lot of times stress comes in from thinking that you're forgetting something, thinking, okay, I'm juggling all these balls and I am going to drop a major ball one of these days and it's going to be catastrophic. That's probably a little dramatic. It's probably not going to be that catastrophic, but just the stress of saying, okay, I've got to do this list for school, this list for home, this list for cleaning, this list for church, this list for keeping the house in order, all of our meals planned out. It just gets to be a lot. And that's where the beauty of this planner comes in, is being able to see everything laid out in front of me. So I'm going to be working through the January. I'm going to go ahead and get January set up soon. And we're going to bring you back and use this planner and a couple of other strategies, a couple of other just like little spiral bound notebooks and stuff. I'm going to show y'all basically how I just keep my life together with homeschooling and gardening and food preservation and meal planning and cooking from scratch and all of those things. And this planner is going to play a role in that. So we'll be back with that video very, very soon. If you are in the market for a planner, I highly recommend this one. Let me flip over to, so over here we just have our tabs. Let me get it to show you. We just have our tabs for each month like normal, but in the very back we have this notes tab. And when we turn it, we have, we have a 2025 at a glance. If you can plan ahead for the following year for things, like I said, maybe you have a dentist appointment and you have to schedule that 6 months out. This is where you would take that. Yearly wins, yearly lessons. I love that they didn't say losses, they said lessons. That's fantastic. And then it's just a bunch of note pages in the back. We can do whatever we want with these. I'm going to be brainstorming ideas. I already have some ideas of things that I already do and make categorized lists for that I can transfer to here. But we have some grid paper, then we just have some dotted paper. I think there are 6 pages of just blank pages that we can turn into whatever we want. And then I love this page in the back. And y'all, if you're thinking this is such a wide planner, it is spiral bound. So you can just turn it like that and then it's not so wide anymore. If you turn it for size reference, if you turn it up and down like this is about the size of an A5 planner, just to give you a size reference. But it's going to be laying out on my desk horizontally. But at the very end of the page, we have things that you might want to track, like your books you're reading, things I'm excited for, my hobbies, things I'm hopeful for, gratitude list, just that sort of thing. If you are in the market for a planner, we have a discount code that you can use in the description box. Be sure to check that out and be sure to check Laurel Denise Planners out. and stay tuned for that video on ways to carve out time for self-sufficiency. We will be back with that video soon. Okay, y'all, hope that was helpful to y'all. See you next time. Bye.